It's a warm summer night. You look up into the sky and see orange and yellow clouds begin to roll closer. In the blink of an eye, a softball-sized balls of ice plummet towards the ground. As you're scrambling to take cover, tornado sirens turn on, alarming everyone within a 1.5-mile radius. Finally, it comes into realization. A tornado is about to occur. If you live in the Midwest, you have most likely experienced this at least once in your lifetime. Tornadoes happen along Tornado Alley quite frequently in the summer. Today I'm here to inform you on what frequent signs of a tornado coming is, how they are formed, and how to keep yourself safe. I live in Omaha, Nebraska, so I've had many experiences with tornadoes in my lifetime. It is a very important skill to learn in life, especially if you live in the Midwest like I do. Even if you are just passing a Midwestern state, one should always be aware of their surroundings and know how to react in a situation. Like I explained before, tornadoes cause strange clouds to form with interesting yellow-orange hues, and they are formed when warm air and cold air collide together to cause a twisting motion. There are several ways to keep yourself, your family, and friends safe from these terrifying twisters. There are various ways to be able to get informed when a tornado is most likely going to or is going to occur. The first and probably the most common way is to tune into your local news station or weather channel. A common news channel is probably on Channel 7. The weathermen know best when a storm is coming and will be able to warn everybody when a tornado is approaching. The best way they can predict these twisters is from using a Doppler radar, satellites, weather balloons, and computer modeling to watch the skies. A Doppler radar will record wind speeds and watch the warm and cold fronts to see if any rotations are coming within a thunderstorm. Another way to be able to know if a tornado is coming is if large wall clouds, which are termed cirrus, or pedestal clouds, which are these pictures right here, or this picture right here. These will often appear lower than normal clouds as they are forming beneath the cumulonimbus cloud layer. When the sky turns a strange yellow-orange-green color, which is right here, this is the result of when water droplets within the clouds are being hit by the rays of the sunset. Wall clouds are formed by the process known as entrainment, when an inflow of warm, moist air rises and converges, overpowering wet, rain-cooled air from the normally downwind downdraft. And on the other hand, for the strange coloration of the sky, according to what experts think, before a thunderstorm, goldish-reddish light from the sun low in the sky, and it has a natural blurring effect of the air. It combines with the water droplets in the air to make the green sky. Another way to tell if a tornado is coming is if there is hail instead of rain. Hail is formed from updrafts within thunderstorms as it pushes rain high into the cloud where very cold air freezes it. Once frozen, it starts to fall but gets caught in another updraft where it gathers more moisture on the way up, making it larger. The last way, and probably the most obvious way to predict a tornado is coming, is if you hear the tornado sirens. They are very loud and can be heard up for 2 miles. Now that you know the most common signs of tornadoes coming, I will explain how a tornado is formed. Tornadoes form when warm and humid air collides with cold, dry air. So this is the cold, dry air, the yellow, and then the hot air is the purplish pink going around. The warm air rises through the cold air, like it's shown, causing an updraft. The updraft will begin to rotate if the winds vary sharply in speed or direction. The circumstances of a tornado actually forming need to be perfect. On average, most tornadoes are about 660 feet wide and move about 30 miles per hour. They can last for 3 minutes or 3 hours, but they only travel about 6 miles before dying out. Tornadoes are formed in a very simple way, but the chances of these circumstances being met is very low. Weather conditions have to hit perfectly together to actually form the tornado. The National Weather Association, or NWA, has 3 tips to keep yourself safe during a tornado. They are as followed. Be prepared, stay aware of weather conditions, and know where the nearest and safest shelter is. Being prepared plays a key part in keeping yourself and your loved ones safe from a tornado. This can consist of keeping your phone charged at a decent percent, keeping flashlights and extra batteries just in case the power goes out, and keeping an emergency kit nearby. These are crucial items to have handy while living in the Midwest or traveling through it. Watching the weather is also a critical tip to keep yourself safe. Like I said before, you should also pay attention to your weather conditions outside your house or car. You should watch for the dark yellow-green skies, wall clouds, and large hail. These are the most common signs of tornadoes. The last tip I can give you is to know where shelter is located. The best places to take cover would be the basement or the lowest place of your house. Like this one would be, somebody made a tornado shelter. And also away from windows and not in a car or mobile home. If you are in a car, do not try and outrun the storm because it will beat you. Instead, try to find the closest place to take shelter, whether that be a store, a house, or an underground pipe even. A misconception is that tornadoes can travel up or down a hill, or they cannot travel up or down a hill. This is an inaccurate statement and should not be a factor when deciding where to take shelter. To summarize, tornadoes have very strange weather patterns to signal their arrival. They are formed in the perfect circumstances, and there are several ways to protect yourself and your family. There are many ways to figure out all these things by simply looking them up, but it is totally different if you have experienced tornadoes like I have. I have been in many dangerous situations because of them. Most of the time, tornadoes don't end up hitting the ground, but when they do, they only cause destruction. As the saying goes, there's always a rainbow after the storm, and they're not wrong. The most beautiful things can come out of the most destructive. That's it. These are my note cards.